Hi, it's Don, and I'm here, and I really appreciate you turning in today. And I'm going to try and tell you about why big distributors or successful distributors are able to do what they do. There's like six things they do every day, no matter what happens. I adhere to these, and it's caused me to be able to improve my business by selling more orders at higher profits. Now, we need to thank all the suppliers on the screen that make these webinars possible. I could not do them without them. On the original ad is ASI, who I've been an ASI member for, good grief, more than 30 years. Southern Plus, Pin Machine, Logo Max, Quickie, great American made supplier. My friend Greg Blumstein owns Promo Social Post. They do Facebook postings, LinkedIn for you. He does a really great job. There's Ad Capital, Bensel, Innovation Line, Avigi, Alexa Springs. I talk about them in every one of my webinars. Sunjoy, which is great, and I have a great new supplier, Vantage. I have known Vantage forever. They are the finest sewer, embroiderer, decorator in this industry, and I'm going to tell you why and tell you about some great opportunities that Vantage has to help you do a better job. Now, okay, let's get going. $2 million sellers do these things, and these are the things that I think they do better than just about anybody. They control prospects and customers. They don't worry about EQB pricing. They don't rag on suppliers. They just control their customers and make sure the customer does what they want them to do. You cherish supplier relationships. That means you don't beat up on suppliers. You build relationships with meeting them at trade shows. That way, if you have a problem, you can call and talk to the owner of the supplier, not a hedge fund operation. So limit use of AI. AI seems to be great, but it's not as great as I am. And I'm just telling you, I can outthink AI, and you can too. And I'm going to tell you why in a little bit. Use spec samples to create orders. They close 65 to 70% of orders when done. I discover marketing trends early, and I am a networking expert. I think I am. I'm not better than this than anybody else. I just do these things every day. And on the screen right now is a great coupon for Trainer, one for Bensel, and my award supplier that I always tout is Apogee. John Gauchi runs that company. There's a $50 off an order coupon on a $150 order, which you can make some good money off of that. John.g@creativeawards.net. If you'll email him after the show, a couple of logos, he will do spec samples, actual samples for you, and send them to you to give to your customers. Now, $2 million sellers never assume anything. The biggest problem that people have today is they don't know what goes on in other people's personal life. All those emotions are shown on the screen right there. I came up with that little clip art because there's that many things that could be going on in your customer's life. So if you text, call, or email a customer and they don't get back with you just immediately, don't freak out. I can say this because I have done that. I have had customers that didn't get back with me, and I thought, oh my gosh, they've gone off and are buying from somebody else. And when I found out, they either had a death in the family or they've had some tragedy. So don't assume anything. Always go with the facts and remain calm. And I always talk about a cool product from Innovation Line in these webinars. And this is a great little cooler bag from Innovation Line. My friend Chris Hodge runs that company. If you'd like to have a sample of that product, his email is there at the bottom. And I'll also have it at the end of the show. Innovation Line does a great job, and they can help you with these great products that they have in stock all the time. Now, stay unique among others by limiting the use of AI. ChatGPT came out in maybe 2018, and the versions that are around now came out 2 years ago. But AI is not original. All AI does is copy. It creates by copying patterns, not by creative thinking. AI can't think on its own. It copies what it knows from other sources. It creates nothing. Alan Turing, who's the one in 1942 that wrote the Enigma code, where they could then spy on the Germans, he was smarter than all the computers they had working on that. And the fact is, AI is only there by copying patterns, not being unique. Don't be afraid of it. Aggressive importers will say anything to sell you orders. Now, this is pathetic, but these aggressive importers who do not do the right thing are now coming up with a little scam to where they're telling you that you can file an exemption policy or blah, blah, blah. You don't have to have your import duties paid till another time. Kevin Walsh, my friend that is president of Showdown, he loves to help distributors. And here's a little quote from him. If you're discovered in an audit by doing this type of illegal behavior, if you get caught, the tariff true cost, you'll have to pay those as well as fines and penalties. So watch out when these aggressive importers come to you and say, oh, you don't have to do that, you don't have to do that, because you never know what their motive is for telling you that. Now, you should sell data-related products for new marketing trends. I've shown this video before from Cloth Promotions. It's an OODLE band which captures data, and this is a cool little video. It'll try to show you exactly what it does. If you'd like to have a sample of this, it's Scott at clothpromotions.com. I've dealt with Cloth Promotions since they started almost 20 years ago. They have the most inventive products. And this little thing is good for any type of data capturing event. Anytime you want to give information, you just scan your wristband. It is a totally cool product. Show this to people. They're going to pay attention to you. Scott at clothpromotions.com for a sample. Now, I talk about bottled water, and most bottled water companies have to use gimmicks to sell themselves. Spring water from Alexis Springs does not have a gimmick. It just has the best tasting water. Now, up on the screen, you can see that Mountain Valley is a spring water company, but they're primarily a retail brand. Let's see, Voss. Voss just has water in these huge, heavy glass receptacles. The water is not any different. It's just the gimmick is the big hunks of glass it comes in, which I'm not interested in that. Evian claims that it is the best tasting water. Fiji claims that it is the best tasting water. These are all gimmicks to make the product seem better than it really is. Think about that when you're out selling bottled water against these type of competitors. Spring water sells itself because it naturally tastes good. If anybody comes up and says, oh, I can get a water cheaper, say, oh, well, does the water taste better? Blah, blah, blah. They're not going to know. They're just falling for the gimmick. Don't let your customers do that. Brian at AlexisSprings.com if you'd like to have samples of bottled water from Alexis Springs that has no gimmicks required to sell because it tastes better. A lot of distributors don't even know what a pallet order looks like. So I'm showing these in my webinars. I believe there's 2,100 bottles on that pallet. That is 24K bottles per case. That's how it's going to look when it ships from Mount Ida, Arkansas to your customer. There's a sales sheet on the screen. Alexis Springs has 7 different shipping locations. So you won't have a problem with freight. If you have any problem with them, you just email me because I know the owner well, and I know Brian Fitchner at Alexis Springs, Brian at AlexisSprings.com. He will never let you down and will send you samples at no charge. Apple products make you notable. Sunjoy has Apple products. If you want to look like you know what you're doing in this industry, say, hey, I can get you an Apple iPad with your logo on it. I can get you trackers with your logo on it. I can get you Apple earbuds with your logo on it. Sunjoy has these products. Bella at sunjoy.us for samples, and there's a great $50 off a coupon. Order coupon on the screen right now from Sunjoy. They have Apple. I don't think any other suppliers in the industries do. That might not be true, but I believe that's factual. Now, I get these ads. These are 8 ads I got in one day off of my Facebook link. These are services that never worked as claimed. This is ridiculous. Send 1,000 personal videos and emails per day, only $97. Multiply that times 30. That's $2,800 a month. Voice AI agents can call your leads. No, they cannot call your leads. They're just calling somebody. I don't know who they're calling. Cold outreach went extinct. Get 150 free qualified leads. They're not qualified. They don't know if the people pay their bills or not. These are not good services. Do not fall from them. These are all AI generated messes that will take your money but not give you anything. Now, here is a service that works better than Claim. I talked about Vantage. They do the finest sewing. There's a picture of their chenille on the screen on the left, and this is a little 50-second video. It's really a nice little video that'll tell you about Vantage's capabilities and how they can help you. My friend Rob Watson runs Vantage. I've known him forever. This is just a truly great sewer decorator. And if you are not familiar with them, you need to be, because they can really help you. Now, I talk about Trainer in every one of my presentations. They have a sample of the month club. This costs you absolutely nothing. You can get a free virtual sample every month or an actual printed sample. It comes out once a month. It's sent by Trainer to you with actual ways to sell those products. There is no charge for this. It's no obligation. When you click on the link that will be sent to you, what you're seeing on the screen, sample of the month club, will come up. When you click on it right, there is the information that you fill out. It's Chantel T at trainergraphics.com. I think I've got her name spelled right today. That's where you email if you want to sign up or get a link or questions on this. It doesn't cost you anything, gives you a new selling idea directly to you every month. Now, if you want to do things on your website that are different from other website providers, ASI has ESP Plus, which I use instead of the other services because I just like what it can do. ESP Plus has parameters where you can say you're looking for certain products or for certain things that suppliers can do. Example being this little video, which will show you how to use their engine to look specifically for USA made products.
During times of uncertainty like shifting tariff policies and global supply chain disruptions, ESP Plus helps you adapt and stay competitive. A dedicated team works hand in hand with our supplier members, ensuring every product detail is accurate and up to date. You can filter for made in USA products with confirmed pricing and live inventory in just seconds. Each product page shows you what matters in volatile times. Made in the USA products, confirmed pricing, real-time inventory, and verified supplier information updated daily so you don't get caught off guard by tariff-driven price swings. Let ESP Plus guide your success.
This is a great service to use. If you want to look for suppliers that don't charge credit card fees, you can put that in. A lot of distributors get upset because they get charged credit card fees. It doesn't state that on their sites. But with ESP, you can find that out. You can find out if the product's in stock. You can get accurate shipping quotes. This is very important if you want to give accurate information to your customer. I just saw the demo on this at the ASI show in Chicago, and it works wonderfully. Now let's talk about Bensel. Bensel is a great supplier, and if you're looking for USA in stock pens, Bensel has their Chase pen. cmadlock@bensel.com. If you'd like to have a sample kit, there's a $25 off an order coupon for Bensel. They have smash lights, they have gator clips. They are just a wonderful supplier. And if you'd like to have that sample kit, there is the way to get a hold of it. cmadlock@bensel.com. Now, pitch product trends early. A lot of distributors wait till the last minute. Big sellers get out here early. Now, this is the 1st of August, but you need to be selling breast cancer awareness products now. Southern Plus has a great line of pink products. They have a pink umbrella, which when you put water on it or when it's rained on it, the logo appears. So the breast cancer award ribbon will come out on that panel as you're seeing. They also have a pink bag. They have a pink duffel. They have a pink shopping bag. Order entry at southernplus.com if you want some pink product samples. Start showing that now. That's what big distributors do. They don't wait around to the first week in October to sell pink products. Now, if you want to sell sympathetic products, I always talk about the Wounded Warrior program that Snugs sponsors. I give money every month to the Wounded Warriors. I help some veterans with PTSD because I did not go and have to go through this mess that they have gone through. This is a great program that gives back to the Wounded Warrior program. There's Wounded Warrior samples, customer care at snugzusa.com, and watch this little video about the guy who started all of this.
I'll never forget the day that my life was changed forever. Boom. And I woke up the next morning on Ward 57. So in walks 2 of the founders of Wounded Warrior Project with a backpack. And on the backpack was a logo of one warrior carrying another. And that was the first time that I'd ever even considered the possibility of not being stuck in that hospital bed forever. I know that the work that Wounded Warrior Project does wouldn't be possible without support from amazing companies like the folks that make Basecamp.
That just motivates me every day. And if you send this to customers that like this program, you have got them forever. Excuse me. Now, solve inventory problems by selling guaranteed shipment sites. Big sellers don't wait around. They don't wait to the last minute. They don't go on a search engine and look for products right off the bat. They can also go to the Snugs website. Snugs has about 400 products that will ship in 1 or 2 days. Innovation line I talked about that had the cool cooler bags. They have a turbo service 1 day for about 250 products, and Sunjoy has a 1 to 3 day service on their electronic products. And right now they're selling mostly back to school power banks, earbuds, etc., whatever students need for their scholastic abilities. So sell for suppliers who've got the products in stock. Now, I control customers by selling quality products. Snugs has just come out with 3M Post-it notes. The importance of this is 3M started selling this industry in 1984. They started selling into the promotional products industry with a yellow pad with a blue ink. That's all you could get. After that success, there must have been 10 suppliers in this industry started offering knockoffs of 3M Post-it notes. If I ever lost an order or somebody said, oh, I can get Post-it notes cheaper than you do, I say, are they 3M brand? They go, well, I don't know. Well, you need to find out because they're not, the adhesive on them is not as good. And this is a fact. Customer care at snugzusa.com if you'd like to have samples of Post-it notes, but always sell quality products. That way you can defend your price from cheaper sellers. Post-it notes that are not Post-it notes do not stick like 3M Post-it notes. Now, use suppliers with USA-based customer service. This offshore customer service has gotten out of hand. I cannot understand broken English very well. It's just me. I cannot stand people that do not know what they're doing. So I use medium range suppliers who have customer service in this country. Quickies customer service is in Ohio. Trainer is in Indiana. Showdown is in Minnesota. Southern Plus is in Georgia. Alexa Springs is in Coppell, Texas. Customer service reps who are experienced. You have one rep for every order. You don't have 7 different contacts like you have with offshore providers. Big sellers employ spec samples to sell orders. It creates 65% of orders for us. Pen Machine has a great spec sample offer right there. Send them a logo and they'll do an actual pen for you, no questions asked. Michael at penmachine.com will do that for you. And if you'd like to have a sample kit, a complete sample kit of all their lapel processes, which I think there's 18 to 20, they are happy to send that to you. You got nothing to lose on this. You get a free pen that you can then go present to your customer. Big sellers focus on events and special projects. Quickie does that. Quickie is the supplier that came up with the original QuickCoin, the little coin purse. That was one of the first promotional products in the industry in, I believe, 1948. They've morphed from that into making the coolest luggage tags, key tags, and now they're theming them to particular days. There's drive-in movie day. There's National Hot Dog Day. There's National Postage Workers Day. There's National Workplace Day. There's all kinds of day. What you need to do is make little things like this up yourself. You can do it in Canva or other artwork programs and have little samples or national products of the days and pick out your own. But you can use the templates from Quickie. info@quickie.com if you want samples of this or more events selling information. Motorcycle rallies are huge. Sturgis is going on now up in South Dakota, I believe, but if you're not at Sturgis, there are hundreds of motorcycle repair shops, Harley-Davidson dealers in this country. Go call on them. Berlecamp makes kickstand pad stands, which hold up your bike. These are great for keeping a bike up off the ground. They also have license plate frames. This stuff is American made. Biker events are weekly from now until in the fall. This is a huge market. Be calling on motorcycle dealers. There's the email to get the samples from Berlecamp. Now, referrals should be the majority of your business. I cause clients to provide me referrals because I don't run from order mistakes. We all make mistakes. I don't run from it. I fess up. I do the right thing. I get it corrected. Because I do that and I provide perfect service, or I try to, and handle problems at once, I get referrals because my customers know that I am not an excuse maker. Now I'm talking about Vantage's lookbooks here. Vantage, you saw the video for, has several lookbooks, more than the 3 that are shown on the screen for Polo, the Vantage Apparel one, and the Vantage Varsity collection. You can send these lookbooks to your questions. They have to your customers. They have a link that open up and your customers can see these Vantage products and they might say, hey, we need some of that, or one of our customers needs that. Great way to get referrals by sending lookbooks. Now here is a reason to go to shows. I went to the ASI Chicago show and I met Forum Graphics in person. I know Terry Klonecki, who is the president of that company. And so the reason I'm pitching this is internet sellers, people that only sell on the internet and don't go to shows, they don't have the opportunity to make personal collections with suppliers. That is key when you need something done fast. This is an American-made bucket company that has survived the pandemic and is operating with plastic and metal buckets. Email Terry at formgraphicsinc.com and say, hey, Don talked about me. Can you send me some information from your company? I'm just pitching them because she was a great person, and this is a USA-made company. Bensel has samples and self-promo orders. I pitch them in every one of these webinars. You can get 50 pins for $70. There's a Smashlight offer. They have super gator clips. See Madlock at Bensel.com, and they have USA-based customer service reps, no runaround, no language barriers, and they have printed catalogs if you would like to have them. Now, back to school with Sunjoy. Here are some Sunjoy samples that you can get for self-promos. Power banks, wireless speakers, a wireless charger, or earbuds. Bella at sunjoyu.us can help you with these. Back to school products or any electronic stuff, Sunjoy can help you with it now. Their batteries don't explode, their products are quality, and if they mess something up, they're not going to make excuses either. Use Sunjoy for electronics. Now, you need to expand your Facebook reach and meet decision makers in person. I do this by going to realtor open houses. I've talked about this in past webinars, where I go to a realtor open house before it takes place, and I'll leave bottled water on the front porch, or I'll leave a logo catalog. And so when the realtor shows up for the open house, he has to see it, or she has to see it, because they can't get in the house because my little catalog is on the front door. And I'll even be cooler, and I'll wait till about 10 minutes before the open house is up. I just show up and I meet the realtor. Now, realtors need mats to introduce themselves and to keep open houses clean during showing.
Likes everywhere you go. When I'm out anywhere, I try and meet people, and I try and get them to like me on Facebook. That means if I'm out working, if that means I'm at dinner, that means if I've gone to an event. And let me give you an example. If I go to a realtor open house and I try and sell that realtor some mats or some bottled water, after I've secured their information, I go home and I will look up that realtor on his website, and I will send likes or Facebook request likes to every realtor in that office, mentioning the fact that I have met whatever the person's name was and that I would love to connect with them. Realtors are desperate to make deals. They do not know if they're going to get a listing or not. So they're not going to turn back any Facebook like, because they never know when you might need their services. Great way to build up your Facebook and LinkedIn contacts is by just asking people to connect with you. Do it everywhere.
I do this all the time. Mat samples in Wadsworth at logomatsllc.com. There's a 5% off an order coupon for them on the screen. And there's my skip a column pricing for Alexis Springs. If you will be active on Facebook and social media, you will do better. My friend Greg Blumstein at Promo Social Post creates email newsletters and does post on LinkedIn and does email marketing for distributors. He does a lot of things. I'm not going to go into all of it here, but there are some examples of the posts he creates on the right, which he then sends to your contacts. You provide him your contacts. He does everything for you. He gives 1, 2, or 3 months away for free from different times. I don't know what his free offer is right now. There's one where he was offering 3 months for free. If you'll just email Greg at promosocialpost.com and said, Don told me you could help me. What can you do for me? Just hear what he has to say. He's a totally up and up guy that I trust completely. Now, here's another marketing trend you should be selling now. Sell winter marketing trends now. A great marketing trend for the winter would be blankets by Southern Plus. That'd be a cool little video to send to all your customers. Southern Plus has 87 of those videos on their site. It's order entry at southernplus.com if you'd like to have some of those links sent to you. That's a marketing trend you should be selling right now, because blankets will be needed. We have traded out products for services with our vets forever. I lived in Grapevine. I had 2 older dogs that Betty and Gracie had to put them down when they were 14 years old and or 15, and I had been doing a trade out with my vet, our products for their services. And when Betty and Gracie passed away, I didn't have anything to trade out because I didn't have any pets right then. So I just told the vet, I said, I don't have anything to trade. And she says, no, don't worry about it. Just charge us. You've done such a good job for us. And so I've turned, even after my 2 dogs passed away, I turned that customer into a full paying customer. And They've also bought mats from me from Logo Mats. It's M. Wadsworth at logomatsllc.com if you need pet samples, but do a trade out with your vet. Trade out your products or services with other customers. And you should be out selling recognition, and you should sell it every day. I show a little video from my dear friend John Gauchi in every one of these videos. He is so well-meaning and he tries so hard, and he is just a lovely person.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Don. Johnny G from Apogee. We're talking about different forms of recognition today. We're talking about maybe a bright idea. That's right. We've got some really fun LED custom-shaped awards. You buy these things one at a time. They come with a remote control. You send us a logo, we'll make them. They're easy to sell. They're super fun. They're great for gifting. Show these things to your customer. Maybe shut the lights off and have a little bit of fun. Don, thanks for all your support. Everybody out there, Johnny G from Apogee. Let's sell some awards. Let's have some fun.
There's John's card. If you would send him an email and say, you know what, here's a logo for one of my customers. Could you make me up a sample of that? I'll bet you John would do that for you. I have known him for a long time, and he is absolutely one of the most creative people I've ever seen. And there are two $50 off an order coupons to the left of the screen and a really cool little piece in the middle that says customize, personalize, hypnotize. This is an offer that you just can't go wrong with. And John is truly is one of the nicest men that I've ever met in my life. Now let's talk about Vantage. They're the #1 decorating apparel company in the industry. They have won the Golden Pyramid Award from ASI for this, I think, almost forever. They won it last year, I know that. And these are processes that they do on the screen, from tech patches to Sakine embroidery, laser applications. They've got direct-to-film transfers, et cetera, et cetera. Everything they do is top quality. Stop fooling with local decorators that do not have the capability of Vantage. Vantage can do your job, ship them to you, and your customers are not going to have any idea where they came through, but they're going to be happy they've gotten such a quality sewing job. Now, they have web stores with Vantage. You can grow digitally, because this is going to be the future, is a lot more digital selling. You can outfit your stores with products from Vantage, Sandmar, Alpha Broder, SNS, Cutter and Buck. They have deals with nearly everybody in the wearables business in this industry. So if you've not known about Vantage, I'm trying the best I can to teach you about them. It's a wonderful, wonderful supplier. Now, sell tariff-free USA-made products. Add Capital, who I have pitched in every one of my webinars, is primarily an American-made supplier out of Monroe, North Carolina. 95% of their products are American-made. They have shoe covers for realtors. They have flags, which would be great for sports marketing. Prayer cloths for churches. Heavyweight gusset totes. How about hot pads? Don't call them hot pads. Call them, you could use them as kitchen counter protectors to keep hot plates off of countertops. Little different way to sell that product. And how about Uniform Vest? Sales team at addcapital.com for samples of any of those products. I'm going to let Greg talk to you about search engine optimization and how that is important about getting business.
For Promo Social Post, talking about how publishing to social media increases your SEO search rankings. In English, what this means is when someone goes onto Google and searches for promotional products in your city name, you're more likely to come up higher in the search rankings. We've had many distributors tell us that they now are on the first page of search results and have received new customers through Google searches.
Greg is very serious, but he is one of the nicest people that I know. I work with him on a lot of projects. Just email him, Greg at promosocialpost.com. And he also does custom videos for distributors, like a video about your distributorship and the products you offer. So you can email him and ask him what he can do for you. He's just a totally reliable guy. And I like people that are up and honest and always do the right thing. Now, we're almost finished the webinar, so just stay with me. I think this is our last water pitch. I am just showing you what a pallet of water looks like again. And vehicle dealers, let's say if you were wanting to sell a lot of water, they buy over 6,000 bottles a month, the average vehicle dealer. And a great little way to use bottled water is business cards. Lynch Toyota there, that salesperson has his information on a bottle of water. That is his calling card. I think that is a great calling card for you, for anybody else, specifically for car dealers. And if you want to see how bottled water is made, these are a couple little short videos at the Alexa Springs plant up in Mount Ida, Arkansas, on how water ends up being bottled. There's how it comes on when it's put in this little containers. That's how it's pushed off, and then it's put into those pallets. It's spring water samples, Brian at alexasprings.com. I really appreciate you putting up with me on the bottled water. I'm really into good tasting water and not into gimmick water. Now let's talk about keeping Apple CarPlay screens clean. AI would never have been able to create this product. I thought this up. I thought, how do you keep these screens clean in these cars? Because I got a little Buick GTX recently, and I looked at that screen where I've been poking on that screen to change the settings, and look how nasty that was. So I thought, you know, the little Star Chamois by Ad Capital, it would be great to clean these car screens. So I made the video of the Star Chamois samples. I suggested this to Ad Capital, and we've come up with a Star Chamois, which is used to clean car phone screens. I'll bet you've never thought of this. AI didn't think about it. AI couldn't have thought about it because nobody thought about it before. I'm trying to point out that AI is not as smart as you are. AI didn't figure this out. This is something that I and Ad Capital came out with. Use your brain. It is better than AI. Sales team at adcapital.com if you'd like to have a sample of the Star Chamois you sell to vehicle dealers. Great different idea. Cheap sticker suppliers are everywhere. In fact, a couple of your promotional suppliers that are really cheap are selling direct under two different names, not Gill Line. One thing you can do to defend your prices when you sell for Gill Line is online sticker sellers cannot print the back side of stickers. They cannot do it. So if you see those cheap sticker sellers, ask them, can you print on the back? They'll say, no, I can't do that. Gill can print almost any way on any type of stickers. Their products are American made, USA customer service, and catalogs, on-time delivery. No excuses, no direct selling. There's a 20% off an order coupon, and on the right is a chance to get a holographic sticker sample kit from Mike M at gill-line.com. Protect your prices by selling quality. Keeps cheap sellers at bay because they are selling junk and they have to admit that they do. Here's a great free sample order for Pen Machine again. You've got to take advantage of this. Here is Greg again. I promise I won't show Greg again, but it's Greg at promosocialpost.com. He can help you. And lastly, let's talk about improving network activities. Start doing things differently. Attend school booster club luncheons. I'm going to the first TCU Frog Club luncheon next Friday for the football season. I will find prospects there by chatting up people at my table. I do a lot of volunteer work. I've formed neighborhood beautification groups looking for leads. I've hosted happy hours at my house for my neighbors to get leads, and I work on political campaigns all the time to meet like-minded people. This is how you network. Now, if you'd like to have the replay of the webinar, you can email me at don@sellpromoproducts.com. There is my Gill pitch again. Remember, Gillikin is the only one that can print two-sided on stickers. Don't fall for cheaper sticker printers. There's if you'd like to be an ASI member, I believe it's asmith@asicentral.com. Form Graphics, there's Terry's email address. Why don't you email her and say, Don said, I want you to teach me how to sell more buckets. Apple CarPlay, Apple Add Capital Samples, sales at Add Capital, Pen Machine, Apple products from Sunjoy. There's Logo Match, Trainer, Southern Plus, Wounded Warrior samples, Post-it note. If you want those samples of 3M Post-it notes, you can get those from Snugs, Cloth Promotions, Alexa Springs, Quickie, Custom Award. They're all there. Bensel, Trainer, Gill Line backside print. I'm going to leave these on the screen right here for you. And next month's webinar is going to be in 3 weeks. So I will send you invites for it. If you'd like to have the webinar replay, email me. And there, I believe, are the contacts for everybody shown in the webinar. I really appreciate you tuning in and listening to me today. If I can ever help you, please let me know.